Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time it's the top 8 of the remote Duel Invitational, and we got, okay, so I sort of learned how to say this name. It's Z-Who, L-Who, something like that. I probably still said it wrong, but, man, I don't even see, like, the who's in here, but he's gonna use Fusion, send the 2, one from deck, one from hand, and then versus Ryan Jabri with Dogmatika Invoked. I would say these were both like underdogs for their matches. Well, I guess like the Dragon Maid was the underdog, but I kind of thought the Dragon Maid was gonna win. No offense to Ryan. Brings out Dragoon. Also, yesterday you guys thought I was getting mad at him. It's his gameplay I'm mad at. There's a difference. I've talked about this on the channel before. If I'm like watching your duel or something, and I call and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this dude's trash, he's horrible, I'm talking about your current gameplay, okay? You can get better. Trust, it happens. You would get better over time. The more you test, you get better. But that game, like the gameplay itself, especially the yesterday one with this, the one I'm talking about, horrible. Okay, like, I don't need to go over this again. You could simply watch the match with Striker and Eldlich Red Eyes. You can see for yourself. Very, very, very whack. He's gonna set 2 back row and pass. Okay, so Dogmatika Invoked have like the Dogmatika stuffed out Dragoon. They can attack over it. He's gonna use Desires. That's a good place to start. Either draw 2 or beta negate. Probably gonna let it go through though. Then yeah, so he's gonna be up to 7 cards in hand, playing against a Dragoon. 2 sets, 1 card in hand. So the Dragoon's gonna be 1 negate. The sets could potentially produce 2 interruptions. Probably not though. Probably just 1. Then Nadir Servant. He's gonna do that after Desires. So he's not doing Invoke stuff this turn. He's gonna use Dragoon effect. Again, I don't know why they like allow dice on cards in remote duels, but not in person. He's gonna use another one because it's you can only activate this card once per turn, and Dragoon negates the activation, so he hasn't used one yet. But like I was saying, it's so weird because on remote duels they allow the die to be used to show that this has 1,000, but in real life, if you tried doing this at top tables, you'd get screamed at. So I don't get why they allow it on the feature match, and then players, when they go to tournaments, do this, thinking that it's allowed, and then get yelled at. I don't know. I just feel like that's something that Konami should tell them before. He's going to get Elder to pop a back row, can't target Dragoon. Hopefully he doesn't hit the Eldlich card, because one of them's probably an Eldlich card, and the other one's probably an Imperm. Yeah, so he's gonna hit Conquistador. He just chained it? He just chained it? You guys, like, come on now. Like, come on. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, to the people that were like, oh, you're hating, like, bruh. Like, what was that? You literally used it for no reason. He used it, it died, the same chain link, and now he can't use its end phase effect. So why use it? Like, yeah, like, that, I don't even know. Ecclesia to summon itself, like, holy, Ryan really did get the buy. And then he's going to get Ecclesia to add Knight. So he doesn't have Impermeable. Would have used it there. And like, the people were like, oh, like he's so good and stuff. I wasn't saying like he's bad for the community. I mean, he would even agree that his gameplay was trash yesterday and is trash right now. He probably knows that he has to get better too. But it's just part of the process. You just get better over time. Maximus to summon itself by banishing Elder. The Maximus effect could definitely help the Eldlich player. He's probably playing stuff for Maximus. He could be playing the Predaplant, Rafflesia. During the next standby, he'll get to search for Red Eyes Fusion. I know he's already gone through Fusion, so it wouldn't be good, but that is definitely something that he could be playing in his extra deck that he could send. He could be playing it just for when the opponent goes first and do Maximus things. He could search a Fusion for free during his turn. Elder, Omega. Yeah, see, this is how it's supposed to be done. I like that. Same thing with like the Infernoid. That one was, I like doing the same thing. And he's gonna send App Clone and Elder. He's gonna send Double Dragoon. I mean, that's fair. All those Dragoons are dead anyways. Holy, imagine having to get 3 Dragoon for this. He's gonna do Scarlet in response to Elder targeting that. I mean, like, imagine getting like 3 Appaloosa for the Spiral deck. And then like 3 Souls. Like, that would have been crazy. 3 Extravagance. That deck was expensive. So I found out this isn't Schism, it's Schism. So, Schism. Then he's gonna get rid of Gamma. He's gonna summon out Knight. Yeah, that's gonna negate Dragoon. And then he's gonna be able to crash with it. It loses the attack. Yeah. Come on, take it off. Take it off. I mean, he took it off, put it back on, took it off, put it back on. I feel like they're just, like, the judges are telling him, like, if it loses attack or not, and it does. The Dogmatika cards are decent versus Dragoon. They can out it, but usually you have to have something else with it. But he had, like, double Nettier Servant, which is pretty good. Like, oh my goodness, why do you use Conquistador? Like, it makes it so much harder on him to win. Like, so much harder. He just set himself back a card. And that card would have produced another card a turn early. That card would have produced another card a turn earlier. So he pushed himself back an entire turn on that play with that card. Which is just, it's too much. It's like the biggest difference. Control decks, you can afford to make more mistakes than if you were to play combo, because you get destroyed more with the combo, but if you mess up, you lose more. But with combo, I mean with control, you still don't want to be making mistakes. This should have a die on it too, if this is going to. Like, the opponent has no invoke stuff, so that's good. You could just switch Lord to attack and try beating over Ecclesia. Yeah, so he's gonna put the die on Maximus. Yeah, it's all the ones he controls. It's not just the ones in attack. He has Construct access. I'm pretty sure I only saw Lights in that Grave, Elder, Knight, Gamma, unless if there's something at like the bottom. But I don't think there is. switches Lord to attack Ecclesia. I don't think it's worth using Schism here because then he's going to be able to beat over Maximus instead of Ecclesia. Because now he's going to Scarlet set, Lord bring itself out, beat over Maximus instead of just beating over Ecclesia. So I wonder if he's going to send or not. I think he is. He just activate construct effect. He's sending Lord. I was gonna say if he activates construct effect, that means he's sending Ariel. And if he has Ariel in his deck, GG's. Is he end phase Scarlet Conquistador? I guess this just loses out to like Ash very hard. Yeah. Like if his opponent has anything, it's just game. It could already just be game. Like he has a lot already. But like a Meltdown and Alistair, like off the top would be really good. Terraforming for Meltdown. The construct can't attack directly, so that's good for the Zulu. And then, okay, so pass his turn on to Ryan. Like, see, he should have been able to have the Scarlet set a turn before, or Black Awakening, depending on what his list looks like. Then he could have Lord got rid of it, summon Lord back out, beat over Maximus. And if it was Black Awakening, he'd have an extra interruption. His opponent normal summons Alistair. Yeah, this is not good for Zulu. Yeah, he's playing with his dice now. He knows that this game is over. I wonder if he's using effective Alistair or not. He did Desires. He's going... I don't know what's happening here. I think he's describing him what Schism does. I mean, it is a pretty insane card. Usually fusion summoning has to be done with like fusion spell 2 cards in hand, but the Shuttle Engine can like fusion spell cards from deck, trap card from grave. He's gonna go into Amarash, so he didn't add with Alistair, so he already has the Invo. So Invo, banish Alistair and Lord, if no response most likely. I mean, Scarlet could bring out Lord from the grave. Chains Conquistador. Chain Scarlet. He could chain Amaraj on Maximus. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. Now Maximus can't be destroyed by Conquistador. So that means it's gonna stay on board. It's gonna be very hard to out. He's gonna get to bring the Lord back from grave at least. So that way it won't get banished from Invocation. Oh, like what does he even pop here? He's gonna pop Construct. And Invocation goes through. He's playing Purgatrio. Good. The list that won the LCS wasn't playing Purgatrio. I thought that was really weird. I felt that like Purgatrio has just been like very strong, and it comes up. It definitely comes up. Invo, grab back Alistair. Maximus. Like what's it gonna send? How much damage could he do? I'm actually gonna pull out a calculator and see exactly how much damage he can do. So Conquistador has 1,800 defense, Lord has 2,800, Purgatrio is at 27, could go up to 37. Okay, so yeah, it'd be 37, and then be 18. Okay, so he doesn't have game on board yet. He has 67 if he invocations back his Alistair right now. He is very, very, very close. An Alistair draw would be game. A Terraforming for Meltdown for Alistair would be game if that's an option, if he has Alistair. He does. He has like 3 cards in deck too. 4 cards in deck. Incredible. You love to see that. How he had a Terraforming Meltdown and Alistair in deck with like 6 cards. Invocation, grab back Alistair. Yeah, it's game. The commentators are saying it might already be game, and it is. I did the math on it. You can just go Battle Phase, Purgatrio attack, and then drop double Alistair, and then Ecclesia Maximus attack for game. And like the hand trap, yeah, there's no hand trap. Like low chance that it's Veiler. He's gonna activate Schism effect, and then chain Alistair on Purgatrio, and then he's gonna summon out Winda by banishing Alistair and Construct. So I don't know why he's doing this. I guess he's just flexing at this point. Yeah, he's gonna drop Alistair, so now it's at 47 when it attacks Overlord, and then 45 when it attacks over Conquistador. Then Ecclesia 2000, Maximus 2000, GG's. Winda can't attack direct, but doesn't matter. I think he should just move to game 2 quickly so that way he doesn't lose the time. Oh, he had another Lord in hand. Unfortunate. I was also told yesterday he doesn't have much in real life play. So like the technical play to like admit defeat for time, he probably just doesn't like know that aspect or knows like little of it since he hasn't been playing that long. So that's like a huge possibility. Obviously, like if you've been playing for a while, you can like read the clock better. Like you can read the game better and then like look at the clock. So let's see. What is the Eldlich player gonna side in? Like Lancia's. Ooh, okay, so he is taking his side deck, shuffling it into his deck, and then siding out the cards. I like when people do that, because then the opponent doesn't know how many cards are siding out. I don't personally do that, because I just get my side decking done as quick as possible. And I don't show my opponent how many cards I side deck, because, like, I'll take out, like, 8 cards from my main deck, have 8 cards from my side deck, and then have the cards in my hand, and only put in 4 cards, and then shuffle like what I'm siding in and out, and then put my 4 main deck cards back into the main deck, so it looks like I'm siding 8, but I'm only siding 4. If that like makes sense. And like I still have 15 cards in my side deck after siding. Yeah, I felt like I had to say like I have 15 cards in my side after siding, because I felt like someone would think that I'm cheating if they don't know exactly what I mean. So there's 40 in Ryan's deck. Fairly certain I just count 40. Yeah, like Harpy's Feather Duster that they're showing off. That would be good versus either of them. They could both side that in. It'd be better versus Eldlich than the Dogmatika deck, but it would definitely work versus the Dogmatika deck too. The Schism It's like very, very free. And it outs a lord and then summons a window. It just puts multiple bodies on board, makes the BLS link easier to make. So it can be a hassle. I think that Zulu will choose to go first. He could choose to go second though. But I don't think his deck does enough versus like a Makaba even. Like he has to open up like 2 Red Eyes Fusion or like Red Eyes Fusion plus Cursed to out Makaba. Like realistically. As long as his opponent has a spell in hand. So he should be trying to side deck quicker here since game 2 he's going to want to be able to do damage. And Dogmatika Invoked can do quick damage, quick and a lot of damage, while Eldlich has to do its damage over time. Dragoon can sometimes get some like spicy damage in. You can just like go for game randomly. So now he's side decking. I mean, not side decking. Power shuffling. I love power shuffling. I power shuffle before every single game, and I side deck at a ridiculous speed. Like, I don't even know. I probably haven't taken 30 seconds to side deck for a long time, except for when I play against like, you know, like random stuff. Like I played against like Thunder Orchest at the last YCS. Like, obviously I'm not gonna have like my side prepared for them and like know what I'm gonna side in and out. I have to kind of like make that up on spot. But I beat that guy in game 1, that Thunder Orchest guy, and he was the one where I used Called By, or he used Called By on my Orchest Nightmare, and then next turn he tried using Orchest Nightmare, and I was like, cool, it's negated, and he's like, no, I can't activate it, read Called By. And we called Judge, and the Judge agreed with my opponent. Then we called Head Judge, and the Head Judge, like, he gave the other judge a pretty depressing look. So he's making Ryan go first, and he's starting off with Nadir's Servant, probably sending Ep Cologne or Ash. Yeah, he's going to send Ash, and then he's adding, so he's not going for Maximus this turn, or he would have went for Ep Cologne. He's going to add Ecclesia. He does know that the opponent's deck isn't playing anything in the extra deck for Maximus, though, since last game he would have done it. He's going to normal Ecclesia and use that effect. If there's a hand trap, Zulu will use it on that. He does not, so no hand traps from his side. That can be used on this at least. Add Punishment. Still can't believe that came as a common. Ooh, not grabbing that. See, like, stuff like this, in remote duels you're allowed to take it back, but in person, like, holy, do you get screamed at by judges if you were to try to do that. Takes the punishment. Like, I never do that. Like, you gotta make sure you know what you want to add. Take the extra second to make sure that's what you want to add. Set 2 cards. End phase Ash. Yesterday we saw a player miss Ash. So it's not good to miss it, obviously, since it's a free card. He's ashing the Ash, but doesn't ash the Nadir's Servant. He doesn't want to get hit with Gamma, I guess. But then, like, even like if he got Gammaed, like on the Ash for the Nadir's Servant, like the Nadir's Servant would still resolve, and then you just trade Ash for Gamma, and they can't go another extra. Lightning Storm hits Invocation and Punishment. Ooh, the Invocation engrave is a little weird. Like, setting it. But I guess, like, if Zulu was to Cosmic or Lord Send, it'd be a 50-50 on Punishment. He's gonna use Cursed. Ooh, his hand was good. Lightning Storm, Cursed, Ash. Pay 8, feel great. He's either going to add Lord or the other piece to discard for Lord. Or even the card he's going to add just to add and discard something else. Okay, yeah, adds Lord. Wait a second. Never mind. I'm dumb. I forgot. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah. So he's having him cut, and then he gets Lord to hand. Lord can send the Ecclesia, and then Lord can bring himself back by getting rid of Curse, and then Curse can send. So the Ash was negated by Ash, so that might have been his play. He's gonna Lord, discard Insight to send Ecclesia, which means he has another Insight or Fusion 100%. Lord to bring itself out. Yeah, add, then summon, then Cursed Effect. He has to have. I can't believe, like, he's choosing to go for Lord over like Fusion. I really want to know what his hand is, cause like I want to say it's a misplay, but depending on what his hand is, it could be the good play. He's gonna normal summon the Red Eyes Wyvern. Okay. So he's getting in the damage now. Yeah, hopefully the opponent doesn't like top deck Alistair. Or this is gonna look kind of crazy. Yeah, but that's a good amount of damage, I would say, especially like 12 minutes before time. Get your opponent pretty low. 27 to your 72. Not bad, not bad. And Conquistador can get Scarlet to put up a body. You do know the opponent's on Purgatrio though, so it's going to be less of a body. He's going to go into Anaconda. Okay, so that's why he was deciding to do it like this. Because he was just going to go into Anaconda and use Fusion anyways, but if he hard uses Fusion from hand, then he can't summon anything else. If he Anaconda uses it, then he can summon other stuff. It can be a little tricky if you don't know it. Sun Fusion. Then his opponent allows it. So then he's going to dump 2, Dark Magician, and the Red Eyes. And that's going to bring out Dragoon. Big body. Yeah, he's really got to hope that his opponent doesn't like have Alistair in like a hand now, cause yeah, he'll be like forced to stop Alistair. And then if he has Dogmatika plays, he can do Shadal stuff. Schism can like banish Alistair from grave if he gets to it, and Invocation could grab it back. End phase Conquistadors set Scarlet. We can say like we can see the extravagance in this deck. Pretty good card. So he's at 52 to 27 because he had to pay 800 for Curse, 2,000 for Anaconda. The 52,000 life points are 5,200 or 4,200. Like those are like one of my favorite life points to be at turn 1 because it reminds me of Klee, Towers Turbo. So activate Mystic Mine. Not really good versus Eldlich, but he did think that he was going second, so it could bait Dragoon negate. Oh man, he's counting cards in deck. Like he definitely has less cards in deck. Yeah, it's easier to count the cards you have in grave, hand, and field than it is to count the cards in deck. We used to do that all the time during grass format. Like, Conquistador outs Mystic Mine in the long run. But he's afraid of the short run, not the long run. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna sit and wait to see what he does. Does he negate? Does he not negate? It's 9 minutes left. He needs to play faster. Yeah, he's gonna Dragoon, discard evenly to negate. Evenly becomes a little bit worse the closer you get to time, so you don't want to waste a battle phase. Unless if you have like evenly, then like main phase 2 burn damage. Desires. Draws 2. So now like an Alistair, very, very strong. He has an Anaconda on board, very weak monster. Dogmatika engine without the Anaconda and Dragoon. Guess he just needs like any starter for either engine. Yeah, now to your servant. That works. He could also send Elder to hit the back row, so he knows his engine can't get stopped and he can out the whole board. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Adds Ecclesia, and then Elder on the back row. Chain the Scarlet. Oh yeah, like we already knew that was Scarlet. Like I'm just dumb. I'm not gonna lie, I played Fortnite till like 1 a.m. last night. Well, like midnight, 1 a.m. right around there. And then I realized I have to wake up at 5 a.m. again, or 5:30 a.m. again to do day 2, and I was like, oh no, I gotta get off. Oh, talents on Dragoon, GG's. Imagine he just pulls out like a Dragoon from his binder. He's like, here you go. Effect, destroy Lord, 25 burn. Effect, destroy Anaconda, 500 burn. Yeah, Ecclesia first, so that way you can special summon it because there's an extra deck monster, but like it's game. You could just pop an attack if you wanted to. So we're gonna see Zulu out of the tournament. There's not too much you can do here. The opponent had like mine and then Desires, talents. He had a pretty good hand. Yeah, the fist bump, you gotta like it. Good sportsmanship. Congrats to Ryan to making it into the top 4. He is the only Dogmatika invoked player left. I'm fairly certain he was the only one in the whole tournament. Out of the whole 16 people, he decided to play that. Yeah, he was the guy that was like, yeah, Dragon Link's the best deck, it's probably what I'm going to play, and then played Dogmatika Invoked. So far, paying off for him. He's in the top 4, but that's going to be it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. The DB Grinder, signing off. Peace.